Hey folks, Dwayne from Grandpa's Garage, the little garage that could. Just bringing you in for our springtime edition here. Spring has definitely sprung. Looking forward to getting out in the yard and tidying things up and starting to enjoy more warmer temperatures and fresh air. But before we do all that, we got some preparation to do and some cleanup to do. So we're going to go into Grandpa's Garage and I'm going to show you what's happening there for a moment. So when we left here, which is actually about 2 weeks ago, we were working on that trunk section, and unfortunately for the short term, we're going to have to put that on to the side for a little bit. I got to get my shop cleaned up. It looks more or less like a bomb went off in here. It's a busy shop regardless, but yeah, so time to get the shop all cleaned up, and I appreciate you guys coming back and visiting my channel again. So for today is kind of a cleanup day. We'll get, there's grinding dust and stuff everywhere. So we're gonna get this all tidied up. So we'll bring you along for that ride, and hopefully we'll get the coop moved back so that I can bring my riding mower in and get it all serviced and ready to go as for the season, because it's not going to be long and we'll be cutting grass for sure. But for now, what I'll do is I'm just going to put you back up on the tripod, and yeah, you can just kind of follow along and yeah, you just view it while I'm moving around, and I'll try and yeah, I'll see if I can get a good shot where you can kind of get a better picture of what's going on here. I think one of the things I'm going to have to look at in the near future, because I'm finding that this tripod that I've got is it's kind of limited. It's I'd like to get some shots that are a little bit higher up, so I can get you know, when I'm working on the coop or whatever, just something that can go up a little bit higher. This is just the tripod I'm using is just an old camera tripod that I'm just making work. But I want to improve the videos that I'm doing, and so part of that is getting some different equipment and learning new things. So for the moment, I'm just going to carry on and start putting some stuff away and tidying things up, and you folks can just come along for the ride. And I'm going to show you, once I put some stuff away, I purchased a hydraulic press before I went away for Easter weekend, and looking forward to putting it to use and creating some different accessories for it. Got different plans for it, and yeah, I thought you might be interested in seeing that. And if you're not, well, that's okay too. Boy, it's kind of amazing when you're working on something like this, how quickly you get an awful lot of tools brought out, but that's part of the process, I guess. Or for me, anyways. Maybe not some people, but for me. So I was away in Calgary for the Easter weekend and got to spend some time with my daughter and her family and my son-in-law, and we all had and actually my son-in-law's dad was there as well. Had a really nice visit, and yeah, look forward to getting another visit in and seeing them. The grandkids are getting bigger all the time and more entertaining by the time. I find that actually this having a little bit of time off once in a while is not a bad thing. It gives us the opportunity to kind of reevaluate a few things or think some things through and come up with solutions. So I never look at it as a bad thing, really. I know years ago I used to be a little more impatient, but I find now that with age you just tend to approach things a little different. I look at it as an opportunity now when I take time off just to gather my thoughts, because sometimes you struggle with a solution for a problem and you just take a little bit of time away, and it's like the solution comes to you when you're not trying to force it. So yeah, that was good. It was a nice opportunity to get away. The weather unfortunately didn't cooperate quite as much as we had hoped, but you know what, it was more about getting together, and yeah, nice to be able to get there and have a visit, and the got to help them out with a couple things, and yeah, everybody had a really good time. Well, I gotta say that this my wife's old ironing board is actually worked out to be a very handy thing to have in the shop here. Sorry, I shouldn't have been crinkling paper when I was trying to talk to you. I like that it's so light. It's got a nice solid built-in surface on the top, and to fold up it's super easy and takes up almost no room when you're done. Some of the other things that I've had before, they set up easy enough, but you have to put a like a piece of plywood on top or whatever, and they take about the same amount of space as the ironing board. But I just found that that actually works pretty handy. So, you know, maybe something for if it's an idea for somebody else to use and can make their space function better for them. You know, not a bad thing. Maybe you find one of these at a garage sale, and you know, they're well built and they can put a fair bit of weight on them. So, well, for me, it's a good thing. I know sometimes it's, I guess, from years of doing things by necessity, um, you tend to collect a lot more stuff than maybe you really need. And you know, I'm certainly guilty of that, but that's okay. I do what I have to do. And I find, though, what I do is I usually typically, like at least 2 or 3 times a year, I go through and I filter some stuff out that I can see that I'm not using or I'm not going to use for a long time. So, yeah, I like to filter things out and get the shop tidied up again. And then before you know it, you got a bunch of stuff again, somehow magically appears. There, I just wanted to take a look at the camera and see, you know, what I'm showing here. It's probably not exciting for most people to watch, but still like to give a decent video that shows as much as I can. And yeah, this is just my cleanup day. I did a cleanup day video a while back, and it really surprised me on the response and the number of views that it received. I think it was about 600 views, which I found pretty interesting. I guess people just like to watch me clean up. All right. It's kind of interesting, actually. We start doing a cleanup. I find, anyways, I kind of get a kick out of it. Is the time when you're working on stuff, you're just doing your thing and working on things and placing stuff, and then you come back like this after about 2 weeks. And you look at it and you think, well, what the heck was I thinking that I put this here and I put that there? And it's just because you're in the moment and you're busy and you're trying to get things not tidied up when you're working. But then when you come back to tidy up, it's it's pretty interesting to see some of the places that I put things. Some of the places that I put things that don't make sense sometimes. Oh well, that's all right. We get her done either way. I got to put some air in the tire on the one side there. It's another project that I'll have to pull a wheel off on the one side of the coupe, and okay, so let's get that out of there. Actually, yeah, I bought this throatless shear a few years ago, and I've used it an awful lot. I see now that I got to do a little bit of maintenance on it too. The blades for them, well, you're cutting all sorts of stuff, and they only have so much so much life in the cutting edge, before you have to just sharpen them up again. So that's where I'm at with that one. I think what I'm going to do is just bring you in and show you the hydraulic press that I bought. Again, a big part of the consideration was the space that it takes up in my shop. So here's the unit that I bought. It's a used unit, but it was in nice condition. Not perfect, but nice condition for sure. And part of my plans with this is to make a bending brake for it, so I can use that for bending a little bit heavier materials. You get a chunk of 1/8-inch steel, and you try and bend that in the sheet metal brake or in your vise or whatever, and it's very difficult. So this will make that work a lot easier. A lot of times I'm needing something fairly robust, but yeah, just for brackets and that sort of thing. So this will help. And then the other thing that I want to be doing actually is when you make the lightning holes in different chunks of sheet metal, well, you can put a finished edge on them by using the press. And I'm at a loss for words for the what they call that, radius holes. Maybe that's not right, but anyways, so it'll be another little project that I'll work on. And the other thing is I want to put some kind of caster base on this again, so that I can just move things around in my little shop. And so for time being, it'll just have to be me manually moving it around, but I'll get to it. So just a matter of timing. But I'll put you back up on the camera stand there, and I'll carry on with my cleanup. There, hopefully that, just moving that a little bit will help. All right. So my wife and I went, after we got back from Calgary. We got in this past Friday, and then came home, and Saturday had to go back into Winnipeg. We had tickets for a concert for the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band. Listened to lots of their music over the years and that sort of thing, and I had never seen them in concert. And I gotta say, you know, for a group that has been performing as a Nitty Gritty Dirt Band for 59 years, that was a quite an impressive show. Musicians and vocals and all that sort of thing were really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a nice concert. It was one of the things I find with some concerts that I've gone to is there's just so many people and it's so loud that you actually don't get to hear everything. So your experience with it is maybe a little bit different. But this one was, it was an awesome concert. I really enjoyed myself. Yeah, but they're on their farewell tour now. So by the time they're finished, they'll be pretty much at the 60-year mark for performing, which that I find just so amazing that they've stayed together that long. There's been the two key founding members that have been there, of course, the whole time, and then a couple others that joined in a little bit later. But you know, when you're still playing with that group for 45 years, that's pretty amazing. Actually, that says a lot to me, anyways, about the general makeup of that group. But anyways, just thought I'd mention it. So now we're gonna move a couple more things. What do we got here left? Okay, I want to move this big stand here. Yeah, I find sometimes when I'm working on stuff, I need to kind of spread out a little bit just to make things function. So at some point you got to tidy things up. I was mentioning about, getting a little bit of time away and thinking about things. I had one night when I was in visiting at my daughter's that having trouble sleeping or whatever, and of course brain gets going, and came up with another idea for my sheet metal brake that'll make it function again better as well. So I thought, well, that's a good thing. So now I got to just mark this stuff down so I don't forget it. And at some point, I'll carry on with that. But there's going to be some more organizing we're going to have to do in this shop because it gets kind of bunched up some days. All right, we're going to disconnect this welder and tuck it away just so that we can have some good space in here again. I think what I'll do is when I go to start making some of the accessories for my hydraulic press, bring folks in on that just to give some ideas. And my ideas are not necessarily the best or the perfect way to do anything, but I just show you kind of more what I'm doing. And I always welcome feedback because you know what, none of us can think of everything. Myself in particular, I know that's a truth. And you know what, if somebody can share some information and it helps us, why wouldn't you take that? There we go. Holy cow, there's floor space in here. The other thing I got to do too is I have just stuff I need to get rid of again. I got picked up some supplies there yesterday and today. I got to do oil change on the riding mower, and oil change on the car, and that sort of thing. So then I'm going to have used oil that I got to get rid of. I know some folks are using the used motor oil to heat workshops, and I know a fellow that actually that's local here. So that's probably what I'll do with that is just see if he wants it, and which I'm sure he will, because then it gets put to use. It's not thrown in the ground. All right. All right. Well, unfortunately, I got to do some stuff that's going to be noisy. So that means we're going to be starting up a compressor and a vacuum and all that kind of good stuff. So I'm going to put you on. I think we're just going to end the video for right now, and we'll come back. We'll come back. I'm now not going to be going all over the country here, but we'll come back. We'll do another video soon. Hope to sometime this week actually get back onto the trunk lid fabrication. I want to try and take a bit of time here and there. I know my wife's got some projects in the house that she wants to get caught up on, and I want to get them done too myself. So that'll take that. There's going to be spring cleaning outside, and the usual routine with most people. But I still want to try and keep videos coming on the progress on my 34 Terraplane 3-window coupe, and keep you guys or folks interested and entertained and that sort of thing. So, anyways, I want to take the opportunity again to say thank you very much for all the wonderful support you've shown me. It's it does my heart good to see that, and I'm very glad that I'm able to share some stuff, and I hope that it's of value for folks, and look forward to doing more. I'm finding it actually motivates me to keep the ball rolling as well for myself, and it's a good thing. But again, like, share, and subscribe to the videos, and we'll chat with you again real soon. Bye for now. This is Dwayne from Grandpa's Garage, the little garage that could.